Assalamu alaikum. I am Almuqtadir Abir and welcome to my channel. In this tutorial, I will cover radiometric enhancement of landsat imagery using Arcgis. The data I am requiring for this tutorial is Landsat 8 imagery. Check my previous videos if you don't know how to download this data. So, first of all, add our data here and navigate after downloading your image, navigate to that folder, and you might get confused a little bit. There is so much folder, and these are the bands of Landsat 8 imagery, and we investigate land cover using the instruments aboard Landsat satellites. We collect sets of data for different wavelengths. Some are in the infrared and others are corresponded to the blue, green and red visible light. We can combine any three of these images to create different depictions of Earth's surface, and these combinations will help us to classify an image, and I will talk more about it later. And so we are going to add this big file here, and this file contains all the band combinations here. Okay, so just click it, uh, mtl.txt, and click add. So this is our image, and these are the bands that is involved in here, and we can uh, make combinations of these bands to classify our land cover. As we are going to talk about radiometric enhancement today, go to Windows and click image analysis, and this window will open up. In this window, just uh, click this file here, and note that the buttons under the display part of the image analysis window are now activated. We are going to examine each of this button and its effect on this view of this image. So under the display option, we have four sliders here, and the top one is contrast, and you can just type a value here, and after typing a value, just press enter, and this will change. And also you can simply just click this slider and move it whatever you like. And the next one is brightness, and this slider will control the brightness of this image, and these changes are just temporary change of this image. And the next one is transparency. You can see here, and the last slider is gamma adjustment is, and DRA stands for dynamic range attachment. To remove this black area here, just click here background, and the black portion of this image will clear. And the first drop down list offers choices for changing the stress type of the display, and which we will cover later in this tutorial. And the second drop down box is for specifying how the raster will be reassembled for certain operations, which I will cover in my next tutorial, a special enhancement of Landsat imagery. And this button icon is for zooming to raster resolution, and this option allow us to quickly swipe between different layers if we are viewing two or more layers at the same time. To reset all the display options we have just changed, just click on the button to the left of each slider, and it will reset the default option. Okay, and now we are going to look at display histograms in two different ways, from the properties dialog and also from image analysis window. First, go to the properties window for the landsat seen in the table of contents, the properties, and go to symbology. When we are talking about radiometric enhancement, we are going to be looking at changing a stretch type and options on our histograms. For each of the visible bands. First, take a look at the options for stretch type by clicking on the drop down arrow and leave the stretch type as %clip and click on histogram icon. Since we set as 4-3-2 combination as red equal to red band and green equal to green band and blue equal to our near infrared band, you can also toggle between these tabs to look at the histograms for this green and blue channel and click OK to close this window. Now we are going to change the stretch type to standard deviation and see how the histogram is changed. Just move it aside and click apply to make the change in this image, and next go to histogram. So you can see here how the histograms of different channel have changed. The gray one is the old one from the %clip stretch that we used first, and this allow you to compare it to the new one. Click OK and select a stretch type as %clip and apply. We can also interactively change the histogram in the image analysis window. Click OK and zoom back to the full extent of the layer. Select the image in the image analysis window and then click the interactive stretch tool under display. Now we can see and click here, and now we can see histograms for all three displayed bands at one time. You can move the arrow to identify a specific value within the histograms, and you can just click here to reset the value. Let's try a different stretch type and see how the histogram change. Click here and select minimum and maximum and click the histogram icon. Now you can see here these values correspond directly to the minimum and maximum values in the each of three bands. Just so we have covered radiometric enhancement of landsat imagery using two different methods in ArcMap. We also look at the many options available for changing display in the image analysis window. And the next two tutorial will cover spectral enhancement and spatial enhancement of landsat imagery. Hit the subscribe button to stay tuned to my channel, and thank you for watching.